Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bishop Kelly High School. We are live streaming our baseball senior night as part of Bishop Kelly's home tournament. We are going to begin senior night introductions, festivities here in just a few minutes, followed by our game against Pryor, which will have a 6 o'clock first pitch. So I'd like to thank you for joining us. We think we'll have a pretty good matchup this evening. Bishop Kelly just finished playing a game against Blue Valley Northwest from Kansas City, a team coached by Tony Scardino, father of Bishop Kelly's head coach, Jeff Scardino. Bishop Kelly did lose that game 7-2. However, Blue Valley Northwest is a nationally ranked team, so really it was a pretty decent showing for the Comets. We've got a great night for baseball. It's about 75 degrees, pretty windy wind blowing out to right field tonight. So left-handed hitters are going to enjoy getting a little extra pop when they hit a ball. But nice and sunny, few clouds in the sky. Tonight's format will be 7 innings. So we will, or a 10-run rule. But again, I kind of expect tonight's game to be a pretty good matchup between Pryor and Bishop Kelly. So I think we can expect no run rule tonight, probably. You can see the Comets down the third base line, down the left field line, warming up. They should be pretty warm after just finishing a pretty strong game. Pryor probably really needs more warm-up time than the Comets do. So we are set up atop the Dill Fieldhouse. A great location for setting up cameras. Hopefully we can see most of the action that takes place tonight. My name is Russ Hembry. I will be your announcer, producer, director, and all things live stream. Comets have 10 seniors we will be honoring tonight from the baseball team. Also tune in on April 22nd and April 25th during half times of those soccer games that evening. We will be honoring seniors for golf, tennis, soccer, pretty much all of the other spring sports. Track will be in there as well. So between those two nights, we will have we'll be honoring all the rest of our seniors. Just last night, we honored our swim team seniors. It was a winter sport, but this was our opportunity to acknowledge them. That was during halftime of the soccer game last evening. Both varsity girls and varsity boys beat Durant in the soccer games. The girls won 7-0, and the boys won 2-0. So good showing from both of those squads as well. So the Comets come into the game tonight 14-5 in 5A. The Pryor Tigers come in 17-6. So they've had even a more robust schedule than the Comets have had so far. Hey, Lance. I'm supposed to, yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I had somebody scheduled. Sent them with a camera, so hopefully they should be along. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think everything's good. Okay, bye. Pardon the phone call in the middle of the live stream broadcast. But you know, when the athletic director calls, you take the call. We should be starting senior night festivities here shortly. Looks like we are getting close.
Welcome over to Bishop Kelly, the home of the Comets. Before we begin this second game for Bishop Kelly at the Baseball Festival, we would like to take the moment to recognize our 2022 senior baseball players.
Looks like parents are here and ready to escort their players. Since we don't have a mic on our field announcer, I will do my best to repeat what he says.
All right, let's get started. First with Will Benton. These bios written by the parents. So Will, a.k.a. Willie B, is the son of Bill and Carrie Benton. Will has played 4 years of baseball, 4 years of football, and 3 years of basketball at Bishop Kelly. Will has a competitive spirit and enjoys the camaraderie of his teammates. He loves spending time with his family and socializing with friends. He will be attending the University of Oklahoma this fall and plans to study finance. We love and are very proud of our Willie B. Up next, Davis Cox. Davis is the son of Julie and Richard Cox. He has played baseball.
So Will Benton went first.
He is dedicated to serving
Davis
his
Cox up
community by
now.
feeding the homeless and mentoring younger children. Davis is a member of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. In his spare time, he enjoys hanging out with his friends and family. He also enjoys trips to the beach. Davis will be attending Oklahoma State University.
Several of these athletes overlap between baseball and football or other sports. A lot of multi-sport athletes.
Up next, Anderson DeTolo.
Anderson DeTolo up next.
Steve and Shandy DeTolo. His athletic career at Bishop Kelly includes 4 seasons of baseball and 3 seasons of football. While at Kelly, Anderson participated in Lake Crew and Athletic Leadership Council, Kairos, and Quench Their Thirst. Anderson has played baseball since he was 4, and one notable highlight includes being selected to play for the USA Baseball in Cary, North Carolina in 2019. Anderson will be attending Aristo State in St. Louis, Missouri in the fall, where he'll play baseball and major in information science and computer technology. Up next, Tyler Stelly.
Tyler Stelly.
Son of Nick and Sherry Stelly. He has played 4 years of baseball and 2 years of cross country at Bishop Kelly. While at Kelly, Tyler participated in and led Kairos.
Tyler's a baseball and cross country athlete.
Physical therapy, where he also hopes to play baseball. Up next,
Andrew Talbert is up next.
He played 4 years of baseball at Bishop Kelly and many years on various travel teams. While attending Bishop Kelly, Andrew's focus was on academics, athletics, extracurricular activities, such as teaching himself.
Andrew also did some
and enjoying being part of the
announcing for BKTV football this year.
college this fall.
So good to see him.
Baseball and furthering his academic achievements. Up next, Eric Thompson. Eric is the son of Rick and Jennifer Thompson. While at Bishop Kelly,
Eric Thompson up next.
basketball in his first year and has been on varsity baseball since his freshman year.
Played some basketball and baseball here at his time.
Member of the National Honor Society. He helps feed the homeless and less fortunate by volunteering at James Mission, Quench Their Thirst, and the Tulsa Food Bank. Eric will be extending his baseball career with an athletic scholarship at Coffeyville Community College in Kansas.
We'll be playing baseball at Coffeyville Community College. So just an hour and a half up the road from here.
Next is Devin Trujillo. Devin is the son of Gabe and Melissa Trujillo.
Devin Trujillo is up next.
4 years of baseball and 1 year of basketball at Bishop Kelly.
Played some basketball and 4 years of baseball.
The Athletic Leadership Council for his senior year. For the past 2 months, Devin had the privilege of being a part of the Oklahoma City Ambassadors, where he completed mission and service work while sharing the Word of God and playing baseball. Devin received 4 college athletic offers to play college baseball and ultimately decided to and Friends University in Wichita, Kansas.
We'll be going to Friends University in Wichita, Kansas.
His case. Next is J.T. Horton.
Up next, J.T. Horton.
J.T. is the son of Jason and Amanda Horton. He has played 4 years of both baseball and football at Bishop Kelly.
J.T., another baseball and football player,
National Honor Society.
was our starting running back for the football team.
Spending time with friends and family and taking long naps. J.T. will be attending University of Oklahoma this fall and majoring in biology and pre-med. Up next is Reed Williams.
Reed Williams up next.
Williams is the son of Dr. Graylin Williams and Dr. Karen Williams. He has played varsity baseball for 4 years at Bishop Kelly, as well as several years of varsity football and varsity basketball.
Reed was a three-sport athlete, baseball, football, and basketball.
National Building Job in Waco, Texas. His contributions to Bishop Kelly's 5A state runner-up team last season and in first-team All-District as well as second-team All-State honors as a first baseman. Reed will be continuing his baseball career playing in the JICO Division I Jayhawk Conference from Allen Community College in Iola, Kansas.
We'll be going to play at Allen Community College up in Kansas.
And finally, Ashton Zellers. Ashton is the son
And
of
finally, Ashton Zellers.
played 3 years of baseball for Bishop Kelly, as well as 4 years of football and 3 years of wrestling, in which he finished 4th.
Also a three-sport athlete, football, wrestling, and baseball. Gather them all for a group shot, and then we'll be ready to play ball. Last year, the Comets were 5A state runners-up. And obviously have returned a number of players this year, a number of experienced players. So hoping to make a deep run into the playoffs again this year. All right, bring up the scoreboard. Pryor's team is the Tigers, and of course your Bishop Kelly Comets. Looks like we still maybe have a few more minutes of warm-up. I believe the scheduled first pitch is 6 o'clock. We may be back on to schedule. It was running a little bit late early on, but may have caught back up a little bit. So aside from Blue Valley Northwest, Pryor, Rockhurst High School from Kansas City area, also here at the baseball festival. So Bishop Kelly did beat Rockhurst yesterday 7-6, so good tight game. Again, they lost to Blue Valley Northwest today by the score of 7-2. And we're going to start fresh against the Pryor Tigers. Coming up here in just a few. So the Comets have a couple of good improvements to their field over the past few years. Ended up going with a complete artificial turf infield, both grass and we'll call it dirt, brown low artificial turf for the infield. But also, more exciting than that, last spring they installed lights at this field. So earlier this year we had the first night game in Bishop Kelly's history. And I suspect before this game is over, we'll have the lights on again. Looks like the umpires are ready to meet with the managers at home plate. Exchange lineups. All the things they do before a game. So, assuming they have not changed the format, the Pryor Tigers will bat first. Comets will be the home team, batting last. Sometimes you never know at a festival like this. They may change the format, but I believe, being the Comets' home field, they should be batting last. All right, it's all done but the handshakes. I think we're ready to get going. And it does appear that Pryor will bat first.
For this great evening of baseball between your Bishop Kelly Comets and the visiting Pryor Tigers. We're going to start by introducing the home starting lineup and then the playing of the national anthem. So, leading off, second baseman number 2, Jackson Archambault. Pitching number 22, Anderson DeTolo. At shortstop, number 13, Andrew Talbert. In left field, number 10, Eric Thompson. The DH today is number 44, Reed Jones. Behind the plate, number 20, J.T. Horton. In right field, number 8, Devin Trujillo. And at first base, number 19, Reed Williams. And in center, number 15, Rudy Benton. The third baseman's number 14, Tanner McMurray. Please stand now, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Very nice. In case you couldn't hear that, we were obviously playing the national anthem. But now, we're ready to play some ball. So, pitching for the Comets, Anderson DeTolo, right-hander.
inning for the Pryor Tigers, left fielder number 1, Parker.
Number 1, Parker, up to bat first for Pryor. Right-handed hitter. Takes the ball for the first pitch. Looks at a strike on the second pitch. High ball across the plate, called strike. DeTolo ahead in the count, 1-2. High for a ball, 2-2 the count. Called strike 3 for the first out.
Up next for the Tigers, second baseman number 5, Gray.
Number 5, Gray, is up next for the Tigers, also right-handed hitter. Looks at a ball for his first pitch. Takes a swing, ground to third, and pretty easy second out.
Up next for Pryor, first baseman number 25, Collins.
Number 25, Colin, is our third up to bat for Pryor. High and inside. Makes Colin duck a little bit. It's going to be ball 1. Low and away for the next one, ball 2. High, ball 3. DeTolo not wasting any time. Really firing right back in as soon as he gets the ball. Picks up a strike there to go 3-1. He's got 2 away, so he can afford to be a little more risky. Foul tip for strike 2. Full count with 2 outs. Nobody on. Payoff pitch is hit into right field. Back goes the right fielder. Makes the catch. Hard to tell. That was a huge long ball. So 3 up, 3 down on a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. So Comets will come up to bat. Looks like Pryor's pitching a left-hander.
catch for Kelly Comet, second baseman number 2, Jackson Archambault.
Jackson Archambault will lead off for the Comets. Right-handed hitter, left-handed batter. No, sorry, left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Takes ball 1. High and away for ball 2. Low and inside for ball 3. Called strike 1. So Archambault ahead in the count. Check swing, strike 2 called. So just like that, full count on Archambault. Payoff pitch, he grounds it. There was some call that he hit the ball off of his foot, so he didn't take off very quickly. I think the umpires are going to get together and discuss. So if it did hit off his foot, that would be a foul ball. And indeed, that's the case. So Archambault still alive. Still with full count, no outs, no one on. Fouled away. Souvenir for the fans. So he stays alive on a foul tip. High fly ball to right field. Dropped by the right fielder. Archambault rounding second, looking for third. Head first in and comes in with a triple off of the error. So we've got a runner on third, no outs. Pitcher Anderson DeTolo up next. Looks at ball 1. Looks at ball 2, gets away from the catcher, and the runner will come home to score. So Comets jump out to get a quick run. And that would have been ball 2. Outside for ball 3. Strike down the middle for strike 1. 3-1's the count. Ball 4 in the dirt. DeTolo takes first base. Up next, number 13, Andrew Talbert. Curveball catches the outside corner for strike one. Big swing from Talbert and a miss for strike two. DeTolo goes. The pitch was a ball, and DeTolo in safely to second base.
Up next for the Comets, left fielder number 10, Eric Thompson.
Eric Thompson up next. Another right-handed batter. Catcher's going to go out to the mound, discuss the situation. So, situation is Comets up 1-0. Runner on in scoring position with Anderson DeTolo, and no outs. That ball's down in the dirt past the catcher for ball three, and DeTolo will take third base. So Comets taking advantage of a couple of passed balls to advance runners. Full count here. Foul up towards the third base dugout. So Thompson staying alive with full count, no outs. Runner on third. High heat that Thompson takes a swing at for the first out.
Up next for the Comets, the DH number 44, Reed Jones.
Reed Jones up to bat. High looping curveball for strike one. Sorry, for ball one. Another high one, ball two. Outside, ball three. So Jones up real quick, 3-0. Takes ball four. So runners at the corners.
Up next for the Comets, the catcher, number 20, J.T. Horton.
Up next, J.T. Horton. Horton swings at the first pitch, gets it out to right field, drops in for a base hit. DeTolo scores, runners on first and second.
RBI single for J.T. Horton brings up right fielder number 8, Devin Trujillo.
So still one out, runners on first and second now.
Catcher, number 1, Ashton Summers.
Pinch runner in. Swung on the first pitch deep to center field, where he makes the catch for the third out. But not before the Comets come away with 2 runs in the first inning. Depending on how those hits were scored, I believe there were 2 hits, and Tigers committed 3 errors, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm running the scoreboard, that's what I'm going to say. First pitch comes in for a ball. Foul tipped for the first strike. Looks like that foul tip may have caught Horton's foot or shin guard. A little bit uncomfortable trying to shake that off. So 1-1 the count. Ball 2. Line shot up the left field line. Corralled and brought in, so Pryor leads off with a hit.
Third baseman number 22, Ragland. Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 4, Consey.
Tolo sends ball 1 inside. We have a runner on first. Straightaway center. Captured and brought back in. So there's out number 1. The runner does get back in time.
Up next for the Tigers, number 14, the DH Gore.
Ball's low and away for ball 1. Tolo with a pickoff move to first base. High for ball 2. Catcher keeping an eye on the runner on first base. Got a fairly sizable lead. Up the middle. Oh, thinking about turning 2, but did not field the ball cleanly. So the ball gets through. We're going to call that an error on Bishop Kelly. Runners are on first and second now.
Right fielder number 2, Osborne.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. So Pryor threatening a little bit here in the second inning. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Left-handed batter up for Pryor. High fly ball to left center, over the left fielder's head, all the way to the wall. Pryor will come around to score with 1 runner, and it's going to be a double. So runners now on second and third, still with 1 away, and they've scored a run. Takes strike 1. Big cut for strike 2. So DeTolo up early in the count. Outside for ball 1. And a big swing for strike 3. So that will help get the Comets out of a little bit of a jam. Now 2 down, still runners on second and third. Low and away for ball 1. A little bit inside, ball 2. Right down the pipe for strike 1. Ball is outside. 3-1 is the count. Oh, umpire likes that one. Strike 2. So we're to full count with 2 away. Big payoff pitch coming right here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Comets get themselves in a little bit of trouble, but end up pitching their way out of it. Pryor scores 1 run. But they leave runners on second and third stranded. So coming up to the bottom of the second inning. So we'd sure like to thank you for joining us. Lovely evening for baseball, a little bit windy, but couldn't ask for more in terms of blue sky, sunshine, great temperature. And really pretty good matchup between a couple of solid teams here. Pryor and Bishop Kelly both with very solid winning records. Pryor in 4A, Bishop Kelly in 5A. So the Comets would like to get some bats going again this inning. Reed Williams, left-handed batter, will lead off for Bishop Kelly. Take strike 1. Thinks about it, but takes strike 2. Big looping curveball. Umpire rules it inside for ball 1, 1-2. Williams gets a big rip, but foul ball down the first base line. Still 1-2. Another high ball. That drops in for a base hit.
Brings up center fielder number 15, Will Benton.
So Will Benton up to bat. Looks at ball 1. Big cut for strike 1. High. A little bit outside, ball 2. Outside for ball 3. So Reed Williams on first, not taking too much of a lead off. Couple steps. Really hoping to be advanced by Will Benton. And he takes ball 4. advancing runners to first and second.
That brings us back to the top of the order for the Comets, with second baseman number 2, Jackson Archambault.
So back to the top of the Comet order. Jackson Archambault up to bat. Takes ball 1 high. And the manager's going to come out to talk with the pitcher a little bit. I think the sun is going to start sinking into our shot here before long, so I apologize for any bright spots you see on your screen. All right, so Pryor's manager discussing a little strategy, trying to calm his pitcher down a little bit. And Archambault still up to bat. Ball is low and in the dirt. Ball 2. Low for ball 3. 3-0 with no outs and runners on first and second. So Archambault hoping to capitalize here. He's got a couple opportunities to look at pitches. Oh, ends up getting a strike there, taking him to 3-1. Strike 2. So Archambault took a look at the last couple pitches. Now he's got to protect the plate a little bit. Payoff pitch coming. Inside for ball. Oh, nope. He got punched out. Not happy about that call. So Archambault looks at strike 3 for the first out. Pitcher Anderson DeTolo up to bat now. Runner still on first and second. Williams with a little bit of a lead off, but not going to get picked off from that position. DeTolo looks at ball 1. High for ball 2. Super high for ball 3. So DeTolo way ahead in the count. Comets with one away, runners on first and second. Catcher wants to talk a little strategy. Ball 4 is in the dirt. Runners advance. Bases are loaded.
A walk to DeTolo loads him up for the shortstop, number 13, Andrew Talbert.
Andrew Talbert up to bat. Looks at strike one. So Talbert's mission here is just to stay out of the double play, advance the runners. Gets a nice high shot to right field. It will be caught, and Reed Williams will come home and score. Runners from second and third advance. So Comets up 3-1 now.
Sacrifice fly for Talbot. That brings up left fielder number 10, Eric Thompson.
So sacrifice run. Puts the Comets up 3-1. Runner on first goes, fouled away for strike one. And the runner goes back. About a 50-foot pitch. Bounces in the dirt well in front of the plate. 4-1. Runners at the corners, still with one away. No, sorry, two away. Oh, got the runner in a rundown. He is safe. So the pickoff attempt to first base down to second base was not in time, or was not cleanly handled at least. So runners now on first and second. Sorry, second and third. Count is still 1-1. Ball is low and inside. 2-1 the count. So two runners in scoring position with two away. Check swing, but ball was in the dirt. Called the strike on that. The umpire out in the field called that strike when the home umpire asked for it. Right back to the pitcher. Easy toss for the third out of the inning, but the Comets still score a run and end up ahead 3-1. So DeTolo's still warming up here in the third inning.
Moving off the top of the third inning, it's the top of the order for the Tigers with left fielder number 1, Pryor.
So Pryor back to the top of their order. Sharp shot to the third baseman for an easy first out.
Up next for Pryor, second baseman number 5, Gray.
Ball is low and away for ball one. Right down the pipe. 1-1's the count. Curveball for strike two. High and off the catcher's glove. 2-2's the count. High and inside. Count goes full. Gets a piece of the ball, and it's going to drop for a single.
Single by Gray brings up first baseman number 25, Collins.
So Pryor ends up getting runner on first with one away. First pitch is low and away. Takes strike one. Pryor's runner on first base, inching away, looking like he's meaning business. We'll see what happens. Chopper to third, end up second, and I believe the runner at first was safe, if I'm not mistaken. So close to a double play, but they end up only getting one out of that for their second out. So still a runner on first. Looks at strike one. high fly ball to center right field. Back, 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 and it drops in. One runner will score, and the batter goes to second base. So a deep, deep double.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 4, Consane. Up next for the Tigers, third baseman.
Still 2 away, runner in scoring position now. Looking to tie or take the lead. Hot shot right between the shortstop and the third baseman. Great cut and throw by the left fielder to prevent a run from scoring. However, we do have runners in scoring position now.
Pryor, the DH, number 14,
And so he jumped on the first pitch, sent it to left field, leaving runners at the corners. So Comets would love to get out of this one again. Right down the middle for strike one. Shot right up the middle. Runner from third will score. Runner on first advances. So, Tigers tie the game.
Up next for Pryor, right fielder, number 2, Osborne.
With runners on first and second now. First pitch is inside. Likes a strike on that one. Strike two. Shot up the first base line. Reed Williams cleanly fields it and steps on the base for the third out, but not before the Tigers score 2 runs in the top of the third to tie the game 3-all.
Williams got the third inning for your Miss Billy Comets, the DH, number 44, Reed Jones.
All right, so Reed Jones to lead off for the Comets in the bottom of the third. First pitch high and away. big cut for strike one. Catcher wanted it. The umpire said no. 2-1 the count. Kind of a half-hearted swing on that one. Evens the count at 2-2. Outside, full count. Nobody out, nobody on. There, he gets a good piece of it out to center field, where it is captured by the center fielder for out number one.
Next to the catcher, number 20, J.T. Horton.
J.T. Horton up to bat. So Comets with one away, nobody on. Woof, Horton takes a big rip at that one. A high attempt at a curveball for ball one. Down in the dirt, ball two. Outside for ball three. Horton with a shot up to out to right field. Going to score a single on that one.
Single by Horton brings up right fielder number 8, Devin Trujillo.
Devin Trujillo up to bat, and a courtesy runner in for Horton. Ball's a little bit high and away for ball one. Down in the dirt, ball two. I use the term dirt loosely. Brown AstroTurf. Ball is high, ball three. Throw to first, not in time. Runner gets back. Strike one, looking. Another pickoff move. The runner's back safely. Leans back on that ball to get into a full count. 3-2, one away, runner on first. Another throw to first, not in time. Runner's really not leading off very far. Foul ball down the third base line and out of play. Still the full count. High and away for ball 4. Advancing runners to first and second. Up next, Reed Williams. High and inside. Might have been over Reed's head. We're going to call that ball 1. Every time the wind seems like it's about to die down, all of a sudden it comes back with a vengeance. It's still blowing strong out to right field. Feels like maybe the sustained winds have died down a little bit, but still gusts probably over 20. As Reed Williams takes ball 3. Maybe trying to advance the runners the easy way. We'll see here in a moment. Takes a strike down the middle. This pitcher's had a little bit of a pattern of getting down 3-0, 3-1, and then coming back with a strike when he really needs it. Reed with a big swing for strike 2. So full count, one away, runners on first and second. We'll see what Williams has up his sleeve. Goes down for a third strike, so out number 2. Will Benton up to bat. Looks at strike 1. High pitch, ball 1. Big swing from Benton for strike 2. Foul tip. Catcher caught it. Strike 3. So, Comets come away with nothing in that inning. Score is still tied 3-3. So the sun's getting fairly low out in left field, behind a few little clouds. But if you look at this thing of beauty. There you see the lights in the ballpark. So first year they've gotten to use those. And they've had a couple of night games. No more will they have to call games early because of darkness. So many thanks to our donors for adding those lights to our field. Strike one right up the middle. DeTolo still pitching, top of the fourth. Umpire likes that one as well. Strike two. So DeTolo goes up quick. 0-2 is the count. High for ball one. Hot shot right up the middle. Center fielder picks it up cleanly. The runner stays at first.
Up next for the Tigers, pitcher number 8, Hurst.
Runner goes. Ooh, beautiful throw from the catcher. Not quite fielded by the shortstop, so the runner's in cleanly at second base. And that was ball one. The bunt to advance the runner. It does just that. So one away, but now a runner on third rather than second.
Top of the order for the Tigers, with left fielder number 1, Pryor.
So sacrifice bunt advances the runner. First pitch swung out to right field. The catch is made, but the run does score. So
Sacrifice fly for the Tigers. That brings up second baseman number 5, Gray.
Tigers use a couple of sacrifices just to score a run. Ball one. Shot out to right field for a single.
Up next for Pryor, first baseman number 25, Collins.
So Pryor's starting to get the rhythm of DeTolo. Starting to get a few bats on balls here. Runner pretends like he's going to go, but retreats. Right down the middle for strike one. 1-1 with 2 away. Runner on first. Ball's outside. Catcher considers throwing to first again. They're keeping a close eye on this runner. Right down the middle for a strike. 2-2 with 2 away and a runner on first for Pryor. Batter takes a quick timeout. Shot past the third baseman, advancing both runners. So still 2 away, but runners on first and second now.
Up next for the Tigers, the catcher number 20, Silky.
So Comets really needing to get out of this jam. Had 2 away for a little bit now. Put a couple more runners on base. Right down the pipe for strike one. So kind of in the opposite fashion, DeTolo has gotten ahead in the count a lot. Lots of early strikes. Only to be followed up with maybe some balls or base hits. Down to the second baseman. Great field by Reed Williams to end the inning. So, Comets give up another run and give up the lead. They are now down 4-3 and ready to come up in the bottom of the fourth. So again, the format of this game will be 7 innings or a run rule, but as you can see, the score is pretty tight. It's been fairly evenly matched all the way across. Comets started off hot and have kind of tapered off, whereas Pryor's come on. Feels like they're starting to get the timing of DeTolo. Pryor is bringing in a new right-handed pitcher this inning. So Comets are going to try to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth.
The new pitcher for the Pryor Tigers is number 4, Coxine. And up first for the Comets in the bottom of the fourth inning is the leadoff batter, the second baseman, number 2, Jackson Archambault.
So Comets back up to the top of their order. Jackson Archambault. Takes ball one. Long, deep shot to left field. Left fielder's back and makes the catch a few feet from the wall. So a lot of contact with nothing to show for it.
Up next for Bishop Kelly, the pitcher number 22, Anderson DeTolo.
Tolo back up to bat. Takes a big cut for strike one. Almost an identical swing for strike two. So batters are going to have to start getting the new rhythm of this pitcher. So DeTolo comes up and swings 3 times in a row and will now get to take a seat.
Up next for the Comets, shortstop number 13, Andrew Talbert.
Andrew Talbert, shortstop, up to bat now. Gets a grounder fielded by the third baseman. Talbert tripped as he crossed the base. They ruled that he touched the base. But the first baseman was pulled off and did not get the tag, so. Or perhaps he was ruling interference by the first baseman. Not sure which. Either way, the result is the same. Andrew Talbert is on first base. So Comets get a quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, but then they have a runner. Again, the umpires get together and rule. Final ruling, Talbert is safe at first. Pitch is low for ball one. Talbert goes and is in safely at second. So, Comets show signs of life. Runner in scoring position. 2 away. But a base hit would tie the game. Ball is low. Nice stop from the catcher to keep the runner from advancing. So, ball 2. Talbert, not a terribly serious lead. Called strike one. The batter thought that ball was inside, but the umpire did not. And the umpire wins. That ball was low and away. Oh, must have been ball 4. Missed one somewhere in there. So, Comets with runners on first and second now. Reed Jones back up again, trying to make something happen. Comets through the order for the third time. Gets a foul tip for strike one. The sun's starting to peek out from behind the clouds in left field. The shadows are getting awfully long. Low and away for ball two. Game of cat and mouse going on at second base. Called strike two. 2-2. 2 away, 2 runners on. Ball's down in the dirt. Runners go. So ball three, but more importantly, runners now in 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. The catcher for Pryor has made a number of good stops this evening, but he has let a couple of passed balls by that have advanced runners. But the pitchers for Pryor have been a little bit erratic. Hot shot down the first base line. That was not fielded cleanly, and 2 runs will score for the Comets. So that was a big swing right there. Kind of a check swing, but he will be happy to take that. Ball bounced down the first base line, and I couldn't see around the corner of the building, but it was in some way Bill Bucknard, I guess. So we're going to call that an error on the Tigers. Two and 0 the count, with a runner on first. Big rip for strike one. So again, we're really starting to stare right into the teeth of the sun. I apologize for that. Attempted pickoff at first. Did not make it. And I believe that was ball 3. So 3 and 1 the count. 2 away. Runner on first. Comets have scored 2 in this inning to regain the lead. Very timely couple of runs. High for a ball. Apparently that's... maybe we're at 3 and 1. We'll see. Ooh, nice shot down the left field line. Diving catch from the left fielder. Well played to end the inning. I'll give him props for that. That was a very nice catch. But not before the Comets score 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. And the 2 runs were scored on an error at first base. So Pryor's had a few errors that have really cost them a number of runs. Pass balls, that error down the first base line scored a couple of runs. We'll try to hide the sun behind that graphic a little bit. DeTolo still in the game. Coaches still have confidence in him.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Pryor Tigers, third baseman number 22, Ragland.
So the third baseman is up for Pryor. Takes a strike at his first pitch. Takes a rip at the second pitch. So again, DeTolo gets out early in the count, 0-2. Oof. The catcher liked it, and again the umpire did not. So 1-2 the count. Big swing for strike 3, and 1 away.
Up next for the Tigers, the DH number 14, Bill.
Outside for ball 1. Another big swing for strike. For strike 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. So DeTolo trying something new this time. He'll get behind in the count. See what happens. Foul tip for strike 2. Full count, 1 away. Kind of a half swing. Oh, into the outfield. Missed by the center fielder. Runner will advance to second. So, Will Benton, I believe, center fielder, gave an effort to get to that, to make that catch, and could not quite get there. Probably be labeled as an error, as it did hit his glove. So just like that, Pryor back in scoring position. Comets appeal that the runner did not touch first base, and the umpire says he did. Once again, the umpire wins. Left-handed batter up to bat for the Tigers. DeTolo tries for a pickoff at second. Got to keep the runners honest once in a while. Strike one. Didn't see what happened. Some sort of stoppage in the game. Hot shot foul. Made a couple of the Comet players duck, but strike two. So one away with a runner on second. Comets trying to stop any damage from this inning. Another foul tip. Still 0-2 is the count. Batter steps in. Runner on second. Keeping an eye on him. Ball is down. Runner advances. So catcher just dropped a ball. And runner is now at third. 1-2 is the count. So it was not a terrible pitch, but it just got away from the catcher long enough to allow the runner to advance. Strike three for out number two. So Comets with two away. Gonna have a little discussion out at the pitcher's mound about what to do.
Up next for the Tigers, center fielder number 17, Bellew.
So the sun is about to find its way down behind the trees, at which point you'll really see the lights come in action. All right, situation, runner on third, two away. 1-0 the count. Big swing, strike one. Batter takes a moment. Ball is low and away for ball 2. Fouled away down the first base line. Count comes even at 2-2. 2 away. Runner on third. Bouncer right up the third base line. And Williams with a huge stretch to make that play. So, Comets get away relatively unscathed, keeping the Tigers from scoring in that inning. So after the top of the 5th, Comets still lead 5-4.
Bottom of the 5th inning for your Bishop Kelly Comets, right fielder number 8, Devin Trujillo.
So Devin Trujillo will lead things off to bat for the Comets. Held off on that one a little bit for ball 1. Held up on that one, but it was a strike. Straight up down the third base line. And caught for the out.
Next for Bishop Kelly, the first baseman number 19, Reed Williams.
Ball was a little bit high for ball 1. Another one a little high, ball 2. Like that one. Strike 1. Williams fouls that one off. Another souvenir for the fans for strike 2. So Reed Williams, an accomplished athlete, but his sister, also a little something. Shout out to Kalina, volleyball player, track runner. As Reed takes ball 3 for full count. Williams fouls another one almost to the same place. Stays alive for another pitch. Went after a couple of low pitches his last time up to strike out. That's going to be ball 4.
Base on balls to Williams. Brings up center fielder number 15, Will Benton.
So Comets get their first runner of the inning. We'll see what Will Benton can do to advance him. That ball was high. Reed Williams bounced off the catcher's glove, so Reed will advance to second. Benton with a foul tip. 1-1 the count. Comets would very much like to have an insurance run or just another run to extend their lead. Strike right there. 1-2 the count. Big rip for out number 2. Williams still on second base. So Jackson Archambault back up to bat. Looks at the pitch for a ball. Pitch is inside for ball 2. Pitcher steps off the rubber. Check Williams at second base. Strike 1. 2-1 the count. They're a little bit worried about Williams at second base. Checking him a lot. A lot of cat and mouse between the second base, shortstop. Foul tip for strike 2. Archambault with a 2-2 count. 2 away. Runner on second. High ball for make the count full. 3-2, 2 away. Let's see what happens with the payoff pitch here. Fouled straight back into the lacrosse goal. Still 3-2. Ball 4, Archambault will walk, giving us runners on first and second.
Up next for the Comets, the pitcher number 22, Anderson
DeTolo's back in to bat, meaning we will likely still see him pitching in the next inning. Ball 1 to DeTolo. Ball 2. Williams is out at second base, trying to make a little noise, a little distraction, like he's going to run. Strike 1 down the middle there. 2-1 the count. Little nubber to shortstop, who catches it for the third out. So Comets come up empty in that inning, but still have the lead 5-4 over the Pryor Tigers as we go into the top of the 6th. So it looks like Bishop Kelly has switched pitchers. Let's see. Davis Cox is in to pitch. Number 7, right-hander. One of the seniors honored tonight.
The new pitcher for your Bishop Kelly Comets is number 7, Davis Cox. Leading off the
So Comets going to switch it up a little bit.
Pryor Tigers is the pitcher number
Try to
1, Sam.
get a new rhythm against the Pryor batters. We'll see what a fresh arm can do for the Comets. Still leading 5-4, top of the 6th inning. First batter up, left-hander. Takes ball 1. Strike 1. High fly ball down the third base line. Could not, left fielder could not quite get there. Pryor starts out with a double. Comets have also sent another pitcher to the bullpen, at least to get warmed up, so we'll see what happens here.
Left fielder number 1, Parker.
First pitch low and away. Second pitch low and away. It's a good stop by the catcher to not allow a passed ball. Nice pitch down the middle right there. 2-1 the count. Pryor looking to tie up the game here in the top of the sixth. Still the wind is sustaining a little bit. And the smell of smoke hangs fresh in the air. So we are pretty well at dusk right now, just about 8 o'clock. Runner with a big lead off from second. And a big cut for strike 2. So the count's full. No outs, runner on second. Catches the ball for the first out of the inning. And the runner does get back to second.
The second baseman, number 5, Gray.
Umpire likes that for a strike. Strike 2. So Davis Cox gets a couple strikes ahead in the count. Big rip from number 5 for strike 3. If you're going to strike out, you got to get your money's worth. Well done, son.
First baseman, number 25, Collins.
So 2 away. Still a runner on second. Ball 1. High looping ball, ball 2. Runner goes. Throw from the catcher. Runner's in safely. I believe that makes the count 3-0, if I'm not mistaken. And Pryor just 90 feet away from the tying run. There's a strike right down the middle. It looks like ball 4. Leaving runners at the corners for Pryor with 2 away.
Up next for Pryor, the catcher, number 20, Silky.
Nice stop from Horton to not let the ball get by. Count is 1-0. Fouled away, 1-1. High and inside for ball 2. Runner from first goes, advances to second. It's going to be ball 3. So 2 runners now in scoring position for the Tigers. Comets would definitely like to stop the bleeding here. Ball 4 to load the bases.
Up next for Pryor, the third baseman, number 22, Ragland.
Comets now have a force at any base. High for the first pitch, ball 1. So the good news is the Comets have a force at any base. The bad news is they walk in the tying run. 1-1 the count now. Right up the middle. Easy little flip to second base for the third out. Well played. Comets get out of that unscathed. So Pryor scores no runs despite having the bases loaded. Strand 3 runners, and we will go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Comets still in the lead 5-4. You can smell a little smoke and the air looks a little bit hazy. Guessing there are a lot of wildfires out south of town. They're blowing up this way. Andrew Talbert up to bat. Takes one inside for ball one. Down low, ball two. Foul tip, 2-1. Hot shot down the third base line, gets through. Talbert's rounding first, going to head for second, and is going to come in sliding with a double. So the Comets love that to start the game, start the inning. Looks like a bunt, but foul. Squares the bunt again. Believe that'll be strike two. So quickly behind in the count, 0-2, trying to bunt. It's a looper beyond first base. Right fielder comes in to make the catch, and Talbert has to stay at second base. So Comets end up, rather than bunting and advancing the runner, swings away and doesn't hit it deep enough to advance the runner. Strike one. Talbert goes. Throw from the catcher. Not in time. Talbert safe at third. So now a sacrifice could score the run. Oh, batter interference. So Talbert returns to second base. Batter must have been in the way of the catcher's throw. Ball is down in the dirt for ball two. Line drive up the right field line. And it was caught by the right fielder. So Comets are still in the lead. Strand a runner at second. And we're going into the final inning. Comets just 3 outs away. Assuming they can hold Pryor to no runs. I believe we may have a new pitcher in once again. Take a look here. I believe that might be young Mr. Tyler Stelly. I say he's young. He's another one of the seniors honored this evening, senior night. So another right-handed pitcher. And he will be happy to have a senior night if he can get 3 up and 3 down. Just watching him warm up, his velocity seems a little bit higher than the other pitchers have been, so maybe that will help with getting the batters out of their timing.
The new pitcher for your Bishop Kelly Comets is number 23, Tyler Stelly. Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Pryor Tigers is the DH number 14, Gore.
So the sun has completely set, and we are pretty much playing all under the lights for the rest of the way. Strike 1 from Tyler Stelly. Little low, ball 1. Right down the pipe, strike 2. Bouncer up the middle, fielded by the second baseman. In time for out number 1. That was a clean play. Comets would like a couple more of those. Get this thing done.
Up next for the Tigers, right fielder number 2, Osborne.
So next we have a left-handed batter. Strike 1. Ball 1. hot shot to the shortstop. Clean fielded. Oh, Reed Williams can't quite come up with it. It was a low throw into the dirt. And Pryor has a runner on.
Up next for the Tigers, center fielder number 17, Baloo. Emergency runner for Osborne, number 16, Alberti.
Ball one inside. It's a hit up the right field line in play. Cleanly fielded by the right fielder. Holds the runners at first and second. But Comets still giving up base runners.
Up next for Pryor, the pitcher, number 4, Consine.
Quick little conference at the mound with Tyler Stelly. So a lot of great things going on at Bishop Kelly these days. If you haven't been on campus recently, they are building a brand new cafeteria, which should be done, scheduled to be done about a year from now. New entrance to the gymnasiums, new parking lot on the south side of campus, and that's kind of just the beginning. That is phase one. We'll start renovating classrooms into the old cafeteria. Just a lot of good things going on. So if you haven't been up to campus, I encourage you to come by and take a look. We certainly appreciate all of our donors and everyone who's contributed to building the future of Bishop Kelly. Cafeteria big enough to seat the entire school. Pretty exciting. So check swing, but ball two. Oh, passed ball. May have hit the batter. May have hit him on the foot, because each of the runners only advanced one spot. So now the bases are loaded, one away. Pryor looking to make some noise here in the top of the seventh inning. We only play 7 innings, so it's an important time to get a stop. Hit low, possible double play, flip to second, throw to first. Not quite in time. Runner is safe at first, out at second. So 1 run scores. The score is now tied 5-5. with runners at the corners. And we may have a cramp, or we may have something going on with our shortstop. Trainer's coming out to attend to his needs. So we are still just, I believe that was Andrew Talbert. We are still just 1 out away from ending this half of the inning. However, the Comets have given up a run. So the game is now tied. Said at the top of the show, this would probably be a pretty good matchup. And sure enough, we're tied here in the last inning of the game. So 2 outs, runners at the corners. Strike 1. High ball, great stop from the catcher to keep that ball in play. Stelly's got a lot of velocity, but it's maybe going a little bit erratic at times. Shot to the second baseman, fielded cleanly. Reed Williams for the 3rd out. So, Comets give up 1 run, come into the bottom of the 6th inning, score tied. But it does require that we end up playing the bottom of the last inning. Looks like the wind has perhaps shifted a little bit. Maybe not blowing as much towards left field, maybe a little bit more towards center. Maybe a little bit more of a direct south wind rather than out of southwest. Does that mean we can hit the ball any better? I hope so. We'll find out.
Looking at the bottom of the 7th inning for your Bishop Kelly Comets. Right fielder, number 8, Devin Trujillo.
Devin Trujillo up to bat for the Comets. Looking for a walk-off here in the bottom of the 7th. First ball fouled off. Strike 1. Trujillo gets a hold of that one down the first base line. It's going to be foul and not caught. So count is moved to 0-2. Trujillo's going to keep trying to make some good contact on the ball here. Gets another high fly ball out to right field. Ooh, where it is snow cone caught for the first out.
Up next for Bishop Kelly, the first baseman, number 19, Reed Williams.
Williams up to bat, left-handed batter. See what he can do. Takes first pitch for a strike. Takes a big cut for strike 2. High pitch for ball 1. Williams gets a great shot through the middle. And he will end up getting to first.
Single by Williams brings up the center fielder, number 15, Will Benton.
So, potential winning run at first base. Will Benton up to bat. One away. Doesn't get any tighter than this. Benton takes a swing for strike 1. Fouls that one away for strike 2. Ooh, hit batter. Advancing Reed Williams to second base. Potential winning run now in scoring position.
Second baseman, number 2, Jackson Archambault.
Looked like that was going to be a curveball that never broke. So Benton takes one for the team. Runners on first and second. One away. Jackson Archambault up to bat. Strike 1. Strike 2. So Archambault, top of the order. Looking to walk off winning run right here. Gets his hit, gets his hit. Apparently that was an out. Diving catch from the left fielder. Good for him. That was a well played catch. So 2 away. Runners on first and second. And Spence Perry up to bat. So new player in the game. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Thought about it, but let it go for ball 1. Ball's down in the dirt, but the catcher does stop it. Ball 2. This is something the Tigers would not like right now, is a passed ball. But the Comets would love it. So, you know, who wins? We'll see. Strike 2. 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Tied up in the bottom of the last inning. Perry fouls it off. Still 2-2. High ball, ball 3. Full count. Runners go. Fouled away. Souvenir for the fans. So the runners go back. Still full count, 2 away. Pretty important pitch right here. Fouled away once again. So Perry fighting off balls just to stay alive. And ball 4 called. Bases are juiced. Here we go, Comets. So the winning run, 90 feet away. Talbert gets all over the first one. Deep to center field. That ball is caught for the 3rd out. Comets end up 5-5. We will go into extra innings. So well played game. It's all going to come down to the end.
13, Andrew Talbert.
So shortstop Andrew Talbert has moved to pitch.
So first baseman number 25, Collins.
So swing and a miss, but it did not miss the umpire. Batter missed it, catcher missed it. Umpire caught it with his shoulder pad. So momentary lull. We have a confab from the umpires. Not sure what they're talking about. Counts 2-1, no outs.
Up next for the Tigers, catcher number
Okay.
20, Silky.
I must have missed one in there, but one away for the Comets. Well done. Strikeout on a big curveball from Andrew Talbert. That's ball one. Big strike right there, 1-1. Low and away. Another one low and away. 3-1 goes the count. Strike two, full count. Fouled away. Still full count. Strike three, out number two. So Talbert's come in and mowed down two in a row.
Up next for Pryor, the third baseman number 22, Ragland.
Looking to finish the inning. Starts out strike one on this batter. Oof. Talbert brought some gas on that one. 0-2 goes the count with 2 away. Oof. Strike 3. Andrew Talbert takes him down 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts. That is a solid way to come in and pitch. You don't need a shortstop when you can pitch like that. So, Comets come in bottom of the 8th, looking to score a run to win the game.
Pitcher for the Pryor Tigers is number 3,
So Pryor also bringing in a new pitcher, hoping he'll bring the same magic that Andrew Talbert brought to the Comets. Ball is high. Foul tip, strike 1. High curveball, strike or ball number 2. Hot shot down the first base line, foul. 2-2 is the count. Oops. Ooh, curveball that didn't curve hits the batter. Comets start out with a runner on first. Reed Jones up to bat. Oh, and 1 the count to Reed Jones. So Comets looking to manufacture a run right here. Still 0 outs. Oh, runner gets picked off at first base. Got caught leaning the wrong way. So there's an out. Count is still 0-1 for the batter. Oh and 2. Pitch way outside, 2-2. Big whiff for out number 2.
Up next for the Comets, catcher number 20, J.T. Horton.
So J.T. Horton left to clean up the pieces here. Ball 1 high. Big swing, 1-1. Looks at strike number 2. Ball outside, 2-2. Curveball that Horton went after for out number 3. Comets come away empty in the bottom of the 8th. So we will go into the 9th inning, where it has to be decided because I'm out of places for graphics.
The new pitcher for your Bishop Kelly Comets is number 17, Mason Gooding.
So the Comets are going to bring in yet another new pitcher, Mason Gooding. Talbert goes back to shortstop.
Number 14, Gore.
Starts out with the ball low. Ball 2. Strike one. Ball three. Strike number two. Full count. Strike three called. Out number one. The batter was not too happy about that, but he can go to the dugout and worry about it there. Ball one. Strike one. 1-1 the count, one away. Two and one. Was close, but just off the inside corner. Batter steps out for a moment. Pitch was high, ball three. Strike two. It would appear that the umpire doesn't like it when batters assume it's ball four and start to run away. So full count with one out. Fouled straight up in the air. Catcher moves around. Horton makes a nice catch in foul territory for the second out.
Up next for the Tigers, center fielder number 17, below.
There's a strike down the middle, where most strikes tend to go. Curveball dropped low for ball one. Ball two. Foul tip, 2-2. Batter down to his last strike. Big swing and a miss. Strike three. Comets put down 3 in a row and are going to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Again, trying to finish things off.
eighth inning for your Bishop Kelly Counter is right fielder number 8, Devin Trujillo.
Devin Trujillo up, bunts down the first base line, fielded by the pitcher. Great effort, but even a better defensive play. So one away real quick for the Comets.
For your Comets, first baseman number 19, Reed Williams.
Put that one out there just a little bit too far. Probably want to take something off of that. Make the pitcher have to run further to get that. Reed Williams up. Power hitter up here with the wind blowing in his direction. Stares down 2 balls right in a row. Foul tip for strike 1. Strike 2. Williams gets a nice pop out to right field. Rounds first. Stays there. So Comets have a run on, or have a runner on base.
Center fielder number 15, Will Benton.
We'll see if they can turn that into something. Ooh, high and inside. Maybe even behind Will Benton's head. Just ends up being ball 1. Tiger's going to need to be real careful about a passed ball here. Pickoff attempt. Williams makes it back in time. Once again, Williams made it back. They're doing their best to keep him on the base. Ball 2. Foul tip for strike 1. 2-1 the count, 1 away. Comets with Reed Williams on first base. Back again, safe again. Check swing. They're calling it a strike. 2-2. Another pickoff attempt. Williams, ball gets away from the first baseman. Williams makes it to second. So, Comets now with a runner in scoring position. So the attempt to pick off backfires on him. And the runner advances. Count still 2-2 on the batter. Williams on second. And strike three. Get two away in the bottom of the ninth. So Jackson Archambault back up to bat. I believe he was in a situation he could have finished the game last time. And he could once again. Base hit should win the game. Fouled back. Souvenir for the fans. So the count's 0-2. Pryor fans unhappy with the calls. That punched him out. All right. So, the Comets end up bottom of the ninth, not scoring. We will go into the 10th inning. So rolling into the 10th inning. Takes a strike. First pitch. Fouled away for strike two. A little bit of a wild pitch hits the batter. He is headed for first. Pickoff attempt bears no fruit. Bunted straight up the first base line. Advances the runner. So one away. But the runner's now on second. So now Pryor in the position to score a run with a base hit. Hot shot fielded by the shortstop. Very nice. Andrew Talbert makes a great backhand stab and gets it over to Reed Williams to pick it off. So, 2 away. I apologize that I missed that shot and you didn't get to see it. First ball's low. Horton with a nice stop. So 2 away, runner still at second. 1-0 on the batter. Big rip towards the parking lot. I don't hear any glass shatter, so I think we're okay. 1-1 the count. Strike right there, 1-2. Big hit to right center field, gets through. Runner's going to score. Batter's going to make it into second with a double. So Pryor ends up breaking the tie here in the top of the 10th. Strike one. So still a runner on second. And a run has scored. So Pryor in the lead. A little bit high for ball one. Batter hit by the pitch. So runner on first and second now.
Up next for the Pryor Tigers, third baseman number 22,
Leads off with a strike. So Comets trying to minimize the damage here. Top of the 10th. One run has scored. Another good stop by Horton. 1-1 the count. Pitch is low, ball two. Outside, ball three. And ball 4. The bases are currently loaded with 2 away.
Up next for the Tigers, the DH number 14, Gore.
So another managers meeting out at the pitcher's mound, figuring out what they can do to get one more out, get out of this inning. Count still 1-0, 2 away. Bases are loaded. Oh, hot shot right back at the pitcher. Knocks it down and gets that third out.
Saves his life and ends the inning.
So, Tigers do score 1 run to take a 1-run lead. Now the Comets are behind the 8 ball here to try to at least tie the game, if not go on to win.
Leading off the bottom of the 10th inning for your Bishop Kelly Comets, it's the pitcher, number 17, Mason Gooding.
So Mason Gooding will start out the lineup for the Comets. Looks at ball 1. Catches a little breeze with that one. Strike 1. Strike 2. Gets a good bat on it, but just a few feet foul down the third base line. Count still 1-2. Two and two. Punches him out on the third strike. So 1 away.
Up next for the Comets, shortstop, Andrew Talbot.
So Andrew Talbot comes in, sees ball 1, Talbert's been making some big plays this game. A couple of great plays at shortstop. Came in as a pitcher one inning, mowed down 3 in a row. But if he really wants to be the hero, this is the time to do it. Nice shot to the shortstop, who bobbles it, and Talbert makes it through. So the Comets looking to do something good. 1 out and 1 runner on.
Left fielder number 10, Eric Thompson.
And I missed that shot again. I apologize. Try this again. First pitch is low for a ball. Foul tip for strike 1. Talbert's back in time to beat the pickoff throw. Counts 1-1, 1 away. Runner on first. Great stop by the catcher. Make sure that one didn't get through. Two and 1 the count. Talbert with a hot shot to the second baseman. They're going to try to turn 2 out of that. And it ended up being safe. So they got 1 out. Talbert safe at first. Could have ended the game right there with just a split second faster. But Comets still alive down to their last out. Runner on first. Reed Jones up to bat. Big curveball. Reed Jones takes a swing and miss. Strike 1. Outside, ball 1. Pickoff move. Runner's back in time. Ball's low and outside, ball 2. So the tying run is at first for the Comets. Winning runs at the plate. 2 and 1 the count. Strike 2. So the Comets down to their last strike. Gets a bat on the ball. Third baseman bobbles it. Ball gets past and runner gets to third base. Look at that. So the Comets come up with some magic. On the error by the third baseman. Still 2 away. Winning runs at first, tying runs at third. And all of a sudden, Pryor wants to have a meeting out at the mound. Outside for ball one. Gets a piece of it, but it's foul ball down the first base line for strike one. Solid contact, just not quite in the diamond. Big swing for strike two. Once again, Comets down to one strike. Tying run only 90 feet away. What do they have? A little Comet magic. Calls a ball, 2-2. High fly ball. Makes the third out, and that will be the game. 6-5, Tigers over the Comets. So if you stuck with us for the whole game, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the game. As they get together to shake hands, we will call it an evening. So thank you for joining us. Again, I'm Russ Hembry, and please know you're always welcome to come to Bishop Kelly. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon.